So in terms of a quorum, I'll do my, I guess actually we don't have anybody online, right?
Right.
So
Not yet.
have to do a roll call and see. We pretty much have everybody except for Trevor, and he may yet join us. And so we clearly have a quorum. So meetings from the previous meeting. Anybody getting a chance to look at them? Any comments?
I had a grammar question for Carrie. She'll fix it.
Yeah.
It's fixed.
Like, this doesn't make sense.
Motion to approve,
I move.
second,
Second.
okay. All in favor? Oh, no, Trevor's on the, hi, Trevor.
Hello.
So we'll do a roll call, for approving the minutes. Trevor,
Trevor, aye.
Ava, aye, Holly,
Aye.
Bill,
Abstain.
Janice, aye, me, aye.
Aye.
So we have got quite a bit of stuff on the agenda, so I'll try to keep an eye on the watch. There may be things that we have to table or, you know, put to a smaller group to work on. But let's start with the projects. Bill, any updates on the fire station?
Sort of. For a while, since the last meeting, I thought we were done getting proposals because nobody responded to me. But I've spoken to Bill Shoppy. He is interested in doing the sealing part of the project, but he wants no part of the insulating part of the project. So his offer to do this would be simply closing up the room and, you know, tightening up the room. You already have the proposal from Evergreen.
Yeah.
And last Friday, Ethan Spalding came to look at the project. He expressed an interest. And so I asked him if he could have an estimate by today. He said, no, it'll be a while. But he will be taking an approach similar to the approach that Evergreen is taking. That is to say, he's going to propose an exterior quality door substituting for the doors that are already there. And his insulation approach will be different, but I don't know yet exactly what it is. It'll have a focus on rock wool rather than on blown-in cellulose. So that's where that stands at the moment. We really have no idea, at least I don't have any idea, how much heat is being lost as a result of that, but it has to be appreciable.
Right. And the EV chargers, you were just talking a minute ago, but yeah. go ahead.
I've been in contact with 3 companies, OpConnect, ChargePoint, and a third, which I thought was EVgo, but they've changed their name. The representatives have told me that the unit that we have there does not have a modem in it, so it cannot communicate. So I talked to Eric Jagger today, and he suggested I talk to Greg Danny, the electrician, to see if one can be installed. So that's what's going on with that.
Yeah.
And then I also asked what the cost would, what they would charge to install their units, and they haven't gotten back to me on that.
In replacement for the one that's there.
Yeah, and then that one could be sold to somebody who
Doesn't need a modem, yeah.
Yeah,
Just like the other one we have. Yeah.
and that was the problem with the other one.
Right, exactly. Well, it's.
So fool me once.
I, and that's what I said. I was like, I didn't realize the other one never had a modem. Because I heard somebody was talking to Paige about setting it up and.
The other one was Wi-Fi connected.
Yeah.
So, but the one that you have now, I mean, how is it different from the ICC unit? I haven't.
It doesn't have a modem in it.
So the ICC one has a modem.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Why on earth would anybody okay.
I don't
Good
know.
question.
I think we need to go back to, Solar Logics and see
Yeah.
if we can swap
Exactly.
it out, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they should be able to recommission
Reconfigure.
that one, yeah.
Yeah.
What was their responsibility in that installation?
Well, I
Just
mean,
installing it.
clearly we didn't look at the specs.
Yeah.
You know, like they procured,
Yeah, they told me they had to send out to California to get this.
so this is bizarre that maybe they didn't understand
But
that.
we picked it and they got it. Is that it? Or did they
They
suggest it
They
and got it?
recommended
They
it.
recommended it.
So they bear some responsibility.
Yeah, I thought, yeah, like the performance requirements should have
Right.
been that
Yeah,
it is
God, one thing after another.
internet enabled.
Okay.
Wait a
So,
minute, which company is that?
Solar Logics, now Logics.
I think this
Is
is
it
Holly's
logic?
cross to
Yeah.
bear for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
well,
Alright.
I'm getting into the nitty gritty here.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah, we'll
Well,
have to
thank
look
you
over
for
the
I
contract.
actually, when they told me that, I just felt mortified.
Oh,
I took on all the responsibility myself, so.
no.
No,
I was like,
You.
I gotta get
They
this
should have,
through.
but I mean, they should have pointed that out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They, you know. if
Yeah, they should have
that
at least asked, how do you intend to use this?
right.
was- Yeah, absolutely.
Not in sales department.
Right. Okay, so the health center, we had a meeting on Friday, do you wanna? forward on that?
Another, disappointing situation. The permitting specialist, Alyssa from Gartley and Dorsey, had a meeting with the, Army Corps of Engineers, correct?
Yeah.
And she reported back to us that, the Army Corps says that they are not able to issue permits because these permits have to now go through the Department of the Interior. And those permits are just not being processed by the Department of the Interior. So this has been happening since August 2025. No one is getting federal permitting, which is required for any infringement on wetland like we needed to do in order to have any useful land back there. And, it wasn't like just a matter of course before, but it would have gone through under another administration. So basically we are blocked and they don't know when they would start processing permit. This is basically the federal administration
Stonewall.
saying, yeah, they're finding a way to just block all wind and solar development that infringes on any sort of federally protected.
Or just any way they can.
Yeah, so we are, basically stuck with going up to the wetland delineation line, which is on the map. We have to conform to that, but we have to also look at other options. Basically, that means we don't have to get a federal or a state permit. But we are severely constrained in either how much we can build, or there's a variety of other options, including ones that I would like to talk to Kathy and other people about to see if it might be possible. But we'll
Yeah.
see.
So I think the way we leave this, we need to sort of have a subgroup get together to talk about what the other options are and bring them back to the group. I mean, Bill and Prescott and I were on the call. I don't know if there's other people, Kathy, if you're interested in others, we can find a time to get together. We may put a smaller array there and then more someplace else or other things. Okay, Elizabeth, I have you on next, followed by the ETIP update and site visit preparations. I know you're very involved with that. Segue from one into the other.
Yeah, I did have a question
Yeah.
about if we finalized who's actually driving on Thursday.
No, that was, I think, one thing we need to talk about.
Make sure that was on the agenda. Okay. Outside of that,
Yeah,
things are going well. The big thing for me right now is the trash and show, as I've talked about over the last couple of meetings. We're going to have that next Tuesday at 5:30, 1 week from right now. Hopefully everyone will be in their seats awaiting.
You'll be walking the runway.
Yeah, the kids are super excited. Thank you to everyone for being supportive and also people who have donated things, and I hope you come see trash turn into treasure. Thank you to Trevor for volunteering to drive, people from who are commuting from the mainland. We have, people coming in on the ferry, the last ferry, and then they'll get a Quicksilver back. If you know of anyone on the mainland who you think would want to come, there's plenty of spots on the Quicksilver, so please spread the word if you'd like to. And, I'm putting out brochures at the show itself for people to kind of grab as they walk in, and it'll kind of explain what does a fellow do, and there will be a couple panels about featuring energy work, so it'll just kind of have, similar to the poster from the conference, like our mission statement, a little bit about what I do assisting with different projects and what data collection or analysis looks like. I said I'd have a draft of that today. It's a really rough draft. I don't think it's worth looking at, but I can email it out probably tomorrow, if people want to get feedback. But if not, that's okay. And then also I have the poster that was at the Sustainable Water Conference, and Candace said that we can put it on an easel to display energy work to have something for people to peruse as they walk in and get settled at the show. So, any comments or concerns with any of that?
Yeah, that's great.
Great, okay, thank you.
Question,
What time?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh,
do you have enough people to drive? Is Trevor
I
able?
would love to have more volunteers. So far, I only have 2 people who have requested a ride, from the mainland. But if that increases, I would like to have another person or 2.
Let me know if you need more driving.
Okay, great, thanks. And then Ken.
What time did you want me to be there for the
Oh, to
poster?
kind of table, 5:15, 5, whatever
Okay.
you want to.
Okay.
It's really just for if anyone has a question about the
Chat up the
poster.
public.
Yeah, if you want to chat.
Chat up the public.
Thank you for doing that too. Okay.
Can I just say something off the record though? It's Elizabeth's birthday today.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Very happy.
So happy birthday.
And thank you, Janice, for a yummy cake.
It's at the ICC, sorry.
Yeah. Thank you. In terms of other things, I think that's it for me. Oh, I wanted to say, I talked to Janice about this, but Iowa Institute has a community energy, clean energy grant that is available. And I had my eye on it for up to, I think it was, now the number escaped me, but I think it was up to $20,000 for.
Is that the one from the Island Institute?
Yes, for working on things like at-home installations and sort of just like at-home community energy projects, DIY things, which obviously Ellsboro could apply for.
So we ought to talk with, I passed that information about those grants on to Osborne Board of Property.
Yeah,
Because they've been
yeah.
looking for funding for some of their places. And
Right.
I thought, well, they could just apply directly. Now, I can talk to them and see, I don't know how much money they need for
Right.
their properties. That certainly would be a high priority.
And I think that that's where it
City
should
lives.
go if we were to apply for that.
Yeah.
Like, that makes the most sense to.
Now,
include
if there
that.
was more money there than they needed, then perhaps we could work with them and so I'll
Yeah.
touch base with them about it there.
Yeah, the update
Yeah.
there was that the Island Institute is out of funds because they accept them on a rolling basis. So
Right.
for this cycle, they've accepted all that they can. But the next cycle will open in July. So that's something to just keep on our radar, is that we want to have an
Yeah.
application
Mm.
prepared so we can be the first ones in.
Winter heating season's almost over anyway,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it there.
I mean, it's kind of disappointing. I mean, this is sort of like the EV chargers, they built these new buildings, which I think they thought were gonna be energy efficient, but turns out they were not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, great,
Thank you.
Fortunately, that is fixable.
yeah. And Okay, so you wanna move on to?
Yeah, I
ETIP?
think ETIP could be the next.
So,
Thanks.
some of you have been on the calls for the ETIP. There's a site visit this week, Thursday and Friday. So on Thursday, they're coming over. There's a couple of people coming from the National Lab of the Rockies, as well as Sky, who's our liaison with the Island Institute. There was one of the Kate. Kate's coming too. Okay, so Kate Kablansky, also from the Island Institute. And then we're gonna meet them and do a drive around the island, looking at various things that they're interested. We're talking about the wind turbine, and,
Well,
you know,
it's
various,
interesting to look at. It's just-
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
impressive to look at.
Yeah.
yeah.
Not
well,
moving.
It is a weird location for a wind turbine, you know, it's kind of sheltered, but.
It's not in a good location.
Except for maybe one direction, but, and so if there's anybody who's not already signed up, who's interested in joining, we're probably gonna have 4 cars. Sky said she had 16 people listed, which would require 4 cars. Now, I said I would drive, Bill said you would drive. Yeah, how many people could?
I can take people in the back of the truck.
That's such a great.
I can take 3 other people besides myself.
Okay,
I can see 4 others
Okay.
besides myself.
so Elizabeth, so we've got 4 cars there.
In that 16, is Dan Tudor included because he wanted to,
I thought it was
I don't know.
Tom Tudor.
or Tom, yes.
Tom Tudor, I don't know, I'll have to check.
Is it Tom on the island or TL?
Senior.
Yeah.
Tom on the island.
Do you have enough? Cause I can drive if need be.
Okay,
But I,
well, it sounds like we've
Yeah.
got 4,
I can't drive in the afternoon though.
okay.
So she could drive in the morning and somebody else could drive in the afternoon.
But yeah, if needed, I'm not sure whether Tom Tudor was one of the 16 she was counting or not, I have to check on that. And then there was somebody you were gonna pick up at the 10 o'clock ferry,
Me. On Friday.
That's Friday.
Yeah.
But it's
But on
also-
Thursday, there was somebody.
Yeah, there's also, Pat and
Oh, from
I
CMP,
don't know who Cameron Swan is, but we'll find out.
there's somebody from CMP. I mean, anyways, Sky, I can circulate it to the rest of the committee. Sky sent out to the people who've been on the ETIP committee, a proposed agenda, so there's somebody from CTIP, some CMP coming that we're gonna have some conversation with on Friday. Got somebody coming from the ferry service. And I was talking to Sky after that, so it sounds like she was gonna put on if you're picking him up at the 10 o'clock ferry, there might be some time there that we could, after the meeting at the library before lunch, that maybe we could sit down with
Yeah,
him.
as soon as the ferry gets here, we can really.
And I don't know, I mean, people can think about what, he can tell us what he knows about the new ferry proposals. And, I think it'd be good for the, NRL people to hear, what the ferry, energy needs might be with the new
Right.
ferry, so, for recharging and, maybe even some storage issues. So I will, is there anybody who's not already signed up who think that they would be interested in being on the drive around? I know some people are working.
Who's deciding where we're driving?
I actually don't care if I'm at the drive around, but if you need somebody to drive, I can drive.
Okay. Well, we do have a tentative list of places, but we wanted to be flexible. So somebody said,
Energy.
Is there somebody at the head of the caravan that's
Yeah,
deciding?
yeah, somebody will be at the head of the caravan. Yeah, Sky and I talked about that. I said, well, we have 4 cars. I suppose we could have, we've got cell phones, we can talk between the cars. I said, really, if there's something that they want to talk about, we'll probably want to stop and get out, so everybody can participate.
In the snow.
Well,
Must be nice.
Yeah.
if people just wanna walk around the outside of my house and look at the solar array when they get to my house, that's fine, but yes.
Yeah,
If they wanna come inside, like it's raining or something, the dog needs to be sequestered. I need to know when we're gonna get there.
yeah.
I think that's kind of mean to, I don't think it's
You don't need to come
Fair to
inside.
do that.
Yeah.
Terry's already talked to me about cleaning the house, so.
I mean, walking around
So
the
we're
outside.
talking about,
Great.
yes. looking at
Outside is
Bill's-
fine.
I think so.
Bill's
Okay.
house, Billy and I went to Sandy Oliver.
Yeah.
Isn't interested in having people come by, and her place is pretty interesting.
Yes,
It's unique.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
also because she has a chassis in her basement too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, she's got 1 foot in the past and 1 foot in the future. There's nobody else like her.
yeah, totally.
Can I ask a question,
Yeah.
please? What's this 11 o'clock lunch?
On which day? I don't
On
know.
Thursday.
Tomorrow, oh, sorry, Thursday, yeah.
I don't know why she's got 11.
I thought we were having lunch like at the ICC
Well, I did too, but
around
Yeah.
noonish.
It is, but I think it's to accommodate, CMP. Their schedule.
so is it at the ICC or is it here? You
And
were,
here's on Friday.
Friday's here, Thursday's
Thursday's
at the
at the
ICC, and it's ordered to get there for noon, but now there's this.
Yeah, apparently.
so are we gonna need to get tables set up for that? If so.
It's not gonna be as many people on Thursday.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be the people who are doing the drive around plus people from CMP.
For,
Everybody else. is-
I mean, Scott
you're
can
gonna let.
Yeah.
Scott pick?
Or
Or is it
so
Scott?
Janice, if you don't do the drive around, just wanna come for lunch.
The other side.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, the other
Sky Purdy.
So, we'll have to check in with Sky on that.
Harriet,
Well, I mean, if there's somebody, is there somebody who needs a lunch early? Is that what I'm trying to figure out?
I think we're all gonna have lunch at 11 a.m.
We'll have
So there's no
lunch.
special CMP guy who needs a special lunch? Okay, so what I have arranged is that Sky will bring it to is it at the cafe?
Let's do a cafe.
Cafe. He'll bring it to the cafe at 11:30 and it'll be there. It'll be bag lunch, sandwich, chips, vegan option for the two, and, fruit and a bar.
Okay, so we'll check with Sky on the timing of that.
Yeah, just move
So
move
maybe
it
need
to
move
11.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you just move it? to
Why, are you
11?
saying that somebody does need an early lunch? Is that
We're
what-
gonna start lunch at 11. Yeah.
Oh, we're all gonna have lunch at 11.
that's.
Oh, okay, all right, I'll change that tomorrow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now I got it. I thought it was just the CMP guy, I was just confused, all right.
So, I mean, when we talked, I mean, I think that, the notion is to have some goals in mind, but also to have flexibility. If something comes up in the discussion, we can stop and look at something. So the idea is to, really take them around the entire island with showing them the town facilities, certain homes that have done a lot of work, problem areas, like, let them see the Narrows. We can show them where the cable comes in. And I think it would be useful. I don't know, do you have the map of the places that we had identified? I mean, it was a couple of years ago, but so
What is-
it may have changed to the possible solar arrays.
Yes, we have it. Yeah, I
You
can
said
print
that
that
to
out.
them already.
That'd be great to have.
Okay, I'll print that out.
We might want to have that when we're driving around, so we can show them what some of those areas are. Okay, anything else on,
So that's Thursday.
yeah,
What happens on Friday?
so Friday at 10. So I guess if they come over on the 9 o'clock, well, actually 10:30, I guess we're joining Friday at 10, there's a meeting at the library of a whole group of island organizations who hold events. And one of the primary purposes of the regular meeting is to coordinate and try to make sure that people aren't conflicting with each other. And Dan Tudor's talking about publishing a schedule for the summer and even creating a magnet with events on it. And the idea was, since all those people are gathered there, it might be an opportunity to present the ETIP program. So we're gonna go there at like 10:15, I think, or 10:30. And anybody at that meeting who has to leave can leave, and, people who are interested can stay and hear them just tell a little bit about the program, answer questions, etc. Then we're gonna be meeting with a guy from the ferry service, and then coming here for lunch. And as of right now, Sky told me she had 38 people listed for
Right,
lunch.
Whoa.
yeah,
Now, I don't know whether all of them, can
There's
come.
gonna be a lot in this room.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that I invited that I never heard from. So I don't know exactly how many people are gonna actually show up. Now, some people, we invited all the people who work here in the town office, so they may stop in and, take their lunch and go. So, and I think they're anticipating, again, making a short presentation to explain the program and just being available for questions of that group of people. So that's Friday.
So,
Take an action item, Harriet, for someone to follow up with all the people that are invited that haven't yet RSVP'd on the sheet.
Yeah, well, I was gonna send an email to some of the people that I invited to just check that maybe, because we sort of divided up the invitations. Several of us have done some of the inviting. We've had some overlap, which is not a big deal.
Okay. I just thought if you need any follow-up help with follow-up, I'm happy to do some of that.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe I'm looking at the April site visit attendees sheet.
Yeah,
And so I could add a column on like who's going to do additional contact.
okay,
Can it just be the person who started the interaction follow-up
yeah,
to simplify, just so that people don't get confused?
yeah,
Because
that
people
might
tend to
be
get
easier, yeah.
confused.
If the same
Okay.
person does the
Um,
follow-
Yeah, I just
Great.
don't see like, all right, there's
There's no column to say, did you do the follow-up?
okay, yeah, who is inviting? So I guess whoever invited will follow up.
Well, there's sort of a column
Yeah.
that says coming or not,
Yeah, right, yeah,
but not whether you call, no.
right. All right,
so if that goes up, Sky had me inflate it to 40.
yeah,
So if it goes up appreciably, let me know, please, and I'm sure Sky can roll, that Sky Purdy can roll with the punches.
That's true.
But it's gonna be a choice of, cold cuts for sandwiches with, vegan, vegetarian options and salads and fruit and some kind of dessert.
what about beverages, seltzers or
I
waters?
was just gonna have him bring water
Okay.
to not to get into
That's fine,
a
That's
gazillion.
as long as
choices.
there's something. that people
Yes,
can-
water.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Okay, well,
And but what's the billing process there? Who pays Island Market?
I think
This Island Institute?
the Island Institute is gonna pay.
Okay.
That's what they
I'll
did
talk to-
last
I'll
time.
talk to Sky on Thursday.
Yeah,
Thank you.
okay,
Okay, so on Thursday morning, there's going to be 4 cars arriving at the ferry, possibly more because more people have to get there.
right.
Unless I can park my car at your house or
Sure,
your
if
house
you
or
want.
something.
Or you have
You don't wanna drive?
Or,
You wanna
yeah,
drive?
I could park, well, then
That's
they
what I
have to.
suggested to Tom. I was like, what if you just meet me at
Yeah.
ICC, park your car there,
Okay,
and I can
Yeah,
go
you
down
can
the
come
ferry
so
together.
park at my house. if you want.
Yeah, so I could just go to her house and that's, yeah, like, or the ICC. And then, anyway, there's not
Well, you
enough
might as well
people
come to my
getting
house, it's on
ICC.
your way, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be Kathy, Elizabeth, Harriet and Bill
Unless
at
we
the
need.
ferry.
Right.
At
Okay.
10:30?
It looks like we're gonna need.
We're meeting
at
the 9:00
9:20.
boat.
9:20.
9:20, okay.
And then we'll figure out who will be
In
the
the
person who goes back and gets the CMP people.
person, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so I will get to your house before that,
Okay.
Harriet.
Ferry 9:20.
Ferry 9:20.
9:20.
And then we can reiterate the Friday plan for the cars.
Yeah.
On Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday.
Yeah, so we won't worry about that.
Okay.
Right, we won't need,
Nobody's taking the 10 on Thursday.
we won't need as many
Yeah.
We need somebody to meet
two
the
people
10
from
o'clock.
CMP.
There's no 10 on Thursday because they're doing
Oh my goodness.
they're doing a inspection.
You're right, we just got that email.
Um,
So,
CMP has to get on the 9 o'clock boat.
yeah,
Who's gonna tell us?
sorry about that.
Who was
I
in
just
touch?
found out today.
Who was in touch with it? Who was?
They'll get a real firsthand experience of what it's like to live in the island. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it must have been Sky. Is it Sky, do you
Well,
think?
it says
Elizabeth?
CMP walk on ferry 10. So who was in touch with Pat Wood and Cameron as well?
Must have been through her then.
Should I email Sky? Do you want to email Sky?
We got one day to
Sky,
fix
you have
it.
your computer.
Okay.
I'm looking at Cressica. We ought to have, and right over your head, we ought to have a map of the island in every car that's driving around the island. Just so people can refer to it and get us.
I'll bring a map.
That's a good idea.
Good
They
idea.
have them at the ferry terminal,
Yeah, we got maps.
that's
Yeah.
ferry terminal.
Each person could probably benefit from a map.
And then I'll
Yeah,
go.
each of the
Themselves
visitors,
as
yeah.
a-
I'd take notes and whatnot,
Yeah,
or doodle.
good idea. Are there enough in the terminal, Holly?
Yeah, I've got a box of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of them might be from last year, but that's okay.
Doesn't matter, the island didn't change.
Right, I mean, there's really only 4 visitors that need, but it's not like we need a whole bunch. All right, so moving on, the town electrical.
Say something totally silly. Did anybody else pick up that Sky was calling Satchel Paige?
Yes,
Like the famous baseball
yes,
player.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this a joke?
Yeah,
So, I
Yeah.
don't even know who Cecil is.
Satchel told
yeah.
from Efficiency Maine, he
Satchel
cannot
Tool, yeah.
come,
Oh,
but he's asked a colleague to see if he can, and I'm waiting for feedback. I don't have an answer.
We have a lot of people, so it's okay if they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, and Bill, the electrical user.
All right, so I'm trying to do this concisely. Hard to know how to start, but, okay, so basically we have 4 solar arrays at the moment. The 4 solar arrays cover somewhere in the neighborhood of 50%, depends upon the year, of the electrical demand of the municipality. Okay? Less in some years, well, not quite 50%, in others, yeah. So that's about the story. However, each of the buildings poses its own challenges and its own problems. So for example, we've had difficulties since the installation of the library solar array, just getting adequate reporting through the website. That's been an ongoing struggle. I think I wrote to you about that. I don't need to go through the details, but I'm happy to answer any questions if anybody has it, okay? The library array has another problem in that a significant percentage of the winter it's obscured by the trees that are to the south and the east of it. That's going to be an ongoing problem until we tackle that in some effective way. But what it does do is diminish the productivity in the winter when we could really use the help to cover some of the demand. Just an issue that's looming. The health center array is working fine. It's quite steep, and so it sheds the snow very effectively, and it produces pretty routinely. It just doesn't produce a lot. The town office array is a large array, but it is obscured a significant percentage of the time for days after a snowfall to a considerable deficit. It doesn't produce the electricity that it should. That's a maintenance issue. The trees around the library, that's a maintenance issue we have to deal with. That's not going to be fixed tomorrow, but it needs to be addressed in the long term. So when you look at the 2 central and I can't tell you much about the salt shed array, simply because I haven't given much thought to it, and I've never noticed as I drive by how much of it is covered and how much of it isn't. It's not a very steep roof, and I suspect a fair amount's covered. We will need to look at that. So if we focus on the 2 buildings at the moment that are central in many respects, the health center and the town office, the real issue at the moment, there are several issues, but the prominent issue is the demand fee we're paying through the health center and the possibility of having to pay the same demand fee in the town office account. So I started going through this for the health center, and Jessica is absolutely right. She made a comment, was it Friday? You made the comment that the demand has been inconsequential. The solar array's been covering it for a good percentage of the year heretofore. And that was true until the heating system kicked in. And once the heating system kicked in, we start getting demand charges that go over the. What, did everyone follow the argument about the 20 kilowatt limit?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so we started going over that, and it's going to be the case every year until we find a solution to it. And it will preclude us from shifting from the small general service account to the medium service account. And until we find a way to solve that problem, we're going to be paying a whopping surcharge for the demand fee. Because if we're in the MGS, they multiply every kilowatt by the demand fee, and it just, you've seen the numbers, it's a lot. I was really scared about 10 days ago. I got a hold of Harriet, because it looked to me as though we were in threat of having the same situation in the town office. Because we've gone over the limit several times. Turns out I went back and counted more carefully. We're not in a threat of doing that because there were breaks in the period, so that elongates the critical 12-month period, and we haven't gone farther than 4 months. We haven't had more than 4 months in a 12-month period, and it looks as though we will not, and so we're not really in the jeopardy I thought we would be in for the town office. But were that to happen, we'd be paying really big fees for the health center and the town office. So these are just issues that we have to be aware of and think about. I don't know that there's any more. Did anyone have any questions about what I wrote? I'm sorry it was so long.
Yeah, so Bill has started investigating just for, really to get us some information and some ballpark cost figures for, some battery storage, which you could use during high peak times. We're trying to deal with getting more electrical production for the health center behind the meter that could help offset. Also thought that perhaps, it'd be worthwhile for a couple of us to meet with the health center staff and find out, how they're using the heating system. Are there any opportunities to save money? It seems like they're using more than we anticipated. And so why that is, I don't know. Is that because they're leaving equipment running, which shouldn't really do it, or is it all the heating system? And so maybe we will do that. Yeah.
There are related issues. Many of them seem to be behavioral issues. Okay, so we're still paying for fuel oil in the apartment up here. The fuel oil for the fire station and the fuel oil for this building are separate accounts, and it looks as though we're still paying for fuel oil here. That means when they turn on a thermostat up there, it's got to go through an uninstalled, the whole story. It's really, really inefficient. And I don't know who's doing that or why, but it's an unnecessary expense at this point because the heating system works well in here. Okay. Oh, I did get feedback from people at Revision, and I do have. It's premature to share right now, just that there is an ongoing conversation about how batteries can tailor or cannot tailor the demand charge.
Okay.
And when I know more, I'll
What about that next time, maybe?
If I ask a technical question, does Elizabeth have all the passwords she needs from you now, Bill?
That isn't a technical question, Janice. You're just trying to plug me.
Well, she needs it to do her work. She needs it to do her work.
Elizabeth and I have spoken about this. You don't have to worry about it.
I'm her supervisor. I didn't need to worry about it.
Well, then don't.
Okay, so we can find
Harriet,
him.
I mean, we do need to discuss this with Harriet, though, to make sure that Elizabeth has access to all the information that she needs in order to do her accounting.
Keep a group.
Yeah,
Right,
a
of
group
just like
sheet.
login information.
And I started one, with the information that I have, but we're just gonna need to add to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can take this offline and deal with
yeah,
that.
And maybe like
Yeah.
just a refresher for everyone of like the Google Drive. I think that the Google Drive is sort of where things get confusing because we're all kind of operating in our own, in like a way that makes sense to each of us, or it doesn't make sense and we're not using it. as individuals, so I think maybe that could be something to think
Yeah.
about moving forward.
Okay. Okay, so event committee. So you had a meeting,
We did, we are refocusing because we need to have longer discussion about, the events that are well attended versus the events that aren't well attended. How do we, use our time more effectively? And the idea of the group was that, we just need to rethink how we're doing these things, and maybe having regular programs isn't what the community really wants if they aren't coming to them. So, we were gonna meet again this Friday, but I think that might be asking a lot of everybody. I think we'll push it off. So our goals for the next meeting are to, go over what people learned at the main can. Start working on, ideas on how to coordinate with other things that are going on, like instead of having our own programs, maybe have tables at the farmer's market or at the sporting club or things like that. We were talking about maybe having like a pop-up cafe here and there at the ICC. And we're, starting to discuss grants. Ava had some good ideas for programs, but we need to talk about that more.
okay.
So,
So grants, that's kind of a separate, I know it's something that you worked hard on, it's a little bit of a separate topic.
well, it seems like if we're writing a grant, we gotta have whatever program we're gonna do coordinate with the money, so,
Well, we have money, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that, we have money already allocated to events, so we have some event money. Now, what we present at events should parallel what we're applying for, what we're doing with grants, so yeah, they do go together in that sense. I mean, we do have a couple of minutes, so, the grants, we mentioned the Island Institute grants. There was the other one, what was it, the community
action grant
the community action grant?
through the Community Resilience Partnership.
Yeah, okay.
That one's for 75,000.
And when is that one due?
At the beginning of June.
June, that's.
Yeah, I
years
think-
ago.
I think I don't have it written down here when it's.
About 2 months, but
And that was like 75.
Yeah.
And what can that be used for?
it has to be a municipally administered program, and the money can't go directly to upgrades for residential or commercial. It can be a program that we run or the town runs that helps residents, like an energy coach program, but it can't be like directly paying for physical upgrades to people's buildings.
So if we applied for that, what would we be?
There is a whole range of options that we would have to explore. I think we should do that as like a workshop, a smaller workshop as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because there's
I mean,
a
that gets
huge
in
list of things.
Some of
to
the
do.
stuff we talked about at the
Yeah.
event committee, which would be.
Exactly.
So it seems like we should probably have a work group focused on grants.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah. It's in,
There's also the FEMA brick that can fund microgrids coming up in June or July.
are we gonna be ready for that? We may not be.
We try. Can always try.
Yeah, well, so who is interested in a work group for grants?
Well,
Aggressive.
grants combined with some of the interests I talked to you.
Yeah.
That would be.
Yeah, come to that in a
it's
minute, yeah.
Program and grant
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it
So
needs to
who
be
else is
coordinated.
interested in the,
Yeah, and I've been working with the programming, so
Janice, do you wanna be part of that? Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah.
I'll be part of that, okay, so.
So who do we have?
So, we had myself, Janet, Elizabeth, and Cressica were interested in being part of that work group. Anybody else can,
Me.
Kathy.
oh, Kathy. Yeah. So,
And
Yeah.
before we leave events, I mean, I need an answer about the speaker.
okay, why don't you,
Did you remember she's hanging?
yeah, so go ahead, you.
So, you know, I gave you the information about the potential speaker last month. She's ready to come. I did speak to Bruce Claflin, and there's no room on the forum. It didn't get presented to them, I don't think ever. I don't think Peter really ever talked it up. And they are filled their schedule and they have no more room and they are no energy to collaborate on a joint additional presentation. Have the image of Bruce sort of dragging people to help him. He seems
true.
besieged.
Yeah,
So he's not looking for more programs to cooperate with the Energy Committee to put on. So, you know, we could field it ourselves, but going for the population that it was originally brainstormed for, which was summer cottage owners who are not particularly focused on energy as they do remodeling. I mean, the forum to me is still the best.
Well, we talked about it.
Yes, we didn't decide as a big group,
Oh, no, we did not.
so
But-
I'm presenting it to the big group.
yeah,
So my recommendation to the event committee was that we put it off, that I go back to Bruce. If that's okay with the whole committee, go back to Bruce and make sure that we get a spot on the calendar for next summer. Can coordinate with Trevor and his person. I can have time to talk to Steve Phillips and see if he would be willing to participate. And try to put up together a gangbuster panel for the forum. That's my recommendation. Any dissent? Okay, so I'll talk to Bruce.
yeah, it's too bad, but, yeah. But it is. In the meantime, you know, there's other things, and I like some of the ideas that Ava proposed, so we'll hear what you guys
Yeah.
come up with on that. Right now, so that you were next on the list, Kathy, for some of the hoops.
Just that- Yeah, this is sort of loosely buzzing around in my head, and it's a product of the Main Can conference last week, and that, something that one of the speakers said about people knowing what they need and us not assuming we know what they need, is pinging around inside my cranium. And so I'm thinking about more trying to meet folks at their needs rather than sort of presenting things to them as if I know what they need, which, and that coordinates with the idea of energy coaching and with following up on window dressers people and following up on the energy audit people to try to provide services to people who have already availed themselves of things that we offer and have some follow-up with them and lend them a hand. So I have some energy. I don't know who else has any energy to think about that sort of thing. We have a trained coach as a resource on the committee who could be a resource.
And we also have a effectively trained coach. Elizabeth.
Who did you train, Elizabeth?
No, we co-trained, we shadow
We
trained.
did the same course.
Ah.
I got the certification doing the project. And
Yeah.
I just
And I just
walked
shared all the
through
materials
everything.
under,
Push them to her.
under the desk.
Yeah, 2 for 1.
Yeah.
So, I don't know whether there's enough of us that are interested in that there would be a small group that would want to see what we could do, but I have some energy for that and would be interested in it.
You had also mentioned to me an interest in serving as a liaison with
Well, that would be part of it.
the.
That would be part, thank you for, that would be liaising to the, community fund, who oftentimes, you know, is called in to give people heating fund assistance. Well, if it could be done tactfully, that's a population that could be served by the energy committee to help them to consume less fuel so that they could afford their fuel, that sort of thing. And also with, IAP having a formal, liaison relationship with IAP and working with that population, which I think of that as the whole packet. That we talked about at the event committee was sort of a spin-off from our conversation at the event committee that Janice was sharing.
So, any comments, reactions?
That's great.
Excellent.
Yeah, Kathy mentioned this to me and I actually thought it was a great idea. I think that we really could use that, that liaison, the coaching fits with stuff that we talked about and, so I guess the way I would word it is that we'd have a proposal that Kathy serves as liaison to those two groups and help coordinate, you know, an energy coaching initiative. Do you want to make a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Second?
I second it
Okay,
and Holly seconded it.
any more discussion?
No, good for you guys.
So we can vote on it. Trevor?
Are you there?
Sorry, I missed that last bit.
Oh, we're just voting on, Kathy has a proposal that she would serve as our liaison with the IAP and the Osborne Community Fund and also coordinate an energy coaching initiative.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, okay. Holly?
Yes.
Ava? Yeah. Bill?
Yes.
Janice?
Yes.
Me? Yes.
Yes.
Kathy, of course.
Seal my own fate.
Yeah.
Who is interested in talking about that with me? Besides me?
The spirit's
Jessica?
willing, but-
Elizabeth?
It's okay,
The
Jen.
same usual. Jessica, Elizabeth and I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ava?
I'd be interested in.
Maybe.
Who?
Yeah,
Harry?
I'm-
You wanna be interested?
I'm interested in direct community action.
Okay.
Trevor? Okay.
I know, I was just saying I would talk to you about the IEP and the ICF, so.
Yeah, because you've already been talking to them, so that would be
So,
better coordinated.
the only other thing, you know, that I had on my, list that's on here is new members. We have an opening on the committee. Carrie posted it.
I haven't
You
received.
didn't, I thought you posted it on the.
I posted it, but I haven't received any
Haven't
response.
received any responses. I haven't heard from anybody. Anybody here, talk to anybody who may be interested in joining the committee?
Did we have any leftovers from my round?
There was Barry and,
Well, Eric Yeager, he's now gone, and
Harry and, Bob Cochin.
Bob Cochin, I mean,
Who else?
Eric Jagger.
Eric Jagger was the other.
Yeah, he's back and forth. He's got some projects on the mainland. That's why we don't see a lot of
But he's
it.
not living on the island anymore.
No, they have a house in Winterport, but
Yeah.
they anticipate to be back at some
Oh,
point
is
in
that,
their
yeah.
lives.
I could approach Bob and see if he's interested in being a full member. Anybody have any other?
I had the impression last time that he was only interested in being a consultant.
He did sort
Yeah.
of say that, yeah.
Yeah,
Ava, do you know anybody?
I don't, I thought about it, but
no.
no.
Well, we could.
There's
I
a
guess-
few people on the island, but I don't really have a relationship with them that might be interested.
did Barry basically say no?
Be really nice to get somebody, I mean, we used to have, get this name now. Be really nice to have somebody who was in the kind of construction business.
Yes, that was
Of course,
part
they're
of,
also busy.
nice part of Monica's connection to her husband and the caretaking and
Yeah,
That was-
we had.
that was good.
A lot of connections there. And we had Josh before. So yeah, if you're talking to anybody who
Yeah.
you think might be interested,
Hmm.
let us know. Anything else? Motion to adjourn,
so moved.
second. Trevor,
Yes.
Vote.
voting to adjourn.
Yes, I'm in favor.
Ava,
Yes.
Holly,
Yeah.
Bill,
Yes.
Janice.
Yes.
Yes, Jessica, Kathy.
Yes.
Okay, thank you all. Our next meeting is in May 12th.
Hopefully everybody will go to the fashion show.
Yes.
Are you walking the runway with Janice?